Who tried OpenCode? Is that a vibe coding thing? To be honest, I haven't coded in like a month at this point, so. And I'm enjoying not having to code at all. CLI vibe coding. I did install Olama, and I installed Gemini as well, a CLI. But I didn't like Gemini CLI. It was like really slow compared to like the normal web Gemini. So, and also I'm like trying to de-Google at the moment. So trying to de-Google, and well, maybe I should wait till the ad's over so I can rant. Anyway. How do I go live on YouTube? Let's have a look. So press this button. Oh, I am live. Oh, nice. Okay. So now I press this button, pop out chat. I can close that. Alright. De-Google. I just started using Golang. Isn't Golang just Go? What do you mean by Golang? Isn't Go like a C programming language? And so I think I've got everything here I want. I might reduce the sound of that. And tell me if the music's too loud, I don't know. But like if the music's at -30, it's fine, right? Okay. De-Google is Golang by Google. Wow. I thought Go was a high-level general-purpose programming language. Oh, it is by Google. But also has garbage collection. This is why I wanted to use it at some point. You know? That's okay, whatever. But by de-Google, I mean just put everything on Proton emails and stuff. I was never this paranoid about, like, you know, this is so bright, but this is so bright, but like this color right here is brighter than that color. Why isn't that hurting my eyes? That is so bright. And that's clearly like going towards the blue. Should try this color here. I really don't want to be blinded by this color. I mean that's definitely like a purple, but that's too purple. Let's try this color. Snow should reflect the colour of the sky. Okay. Makes sense. Oh, this brush gives you different colours, so we're getting pink snow and stuff. That's cool. Ah, cool. Getting purples. I like that. Like a sunset. But yeah, why doesn't this blind me, but that was blinding me? Well, this is a lot more muted, this colour. I think this is fine. Got the pink and the purple there. Go to was that. Yeah, that's fun. I like that. Why am I streaming? Whatever. How are you doing, Overcane and Chromata? Sorry. How you doing, Daft Blackman? The reason I'm streaming is so I can talk to people. How's your game going, Daft Blackman? Are you working on it? The one with whatchamacallit? Wally. Now, for the soil, there should be like a thin layer, you know? Don't you think so? What should I use for this? Maybe this one, this brush? Yeah. Oh, nice. Well, how if Daft Blackman doesn't want to talk, what about you, Overcane? Are you working on your Bomberman game? Growling up to us, hello, mate. Are you working on anything? A global game jam. Oh, you did a different game. See, I got this bad habit. Hang on. Opening a link there. What I should be doing. Copy that. Shit. That was a fast load, wasn't it? Whoa. I love watching him die. That's the best bit. This is Unity, isn't it? That is great. What a great little game, mate. Well done. Ooh. I'm working on automation like game, implementing some basic mechanics. I really like Merd Boy's game. Flappy Bird in mescaline. I don't know what that means. Right now I'm just chilling after getting my heart lasered. Friday, but I should be working on a game. My heart lasered. What? You're gonna laser your heart? It doesn't sound very fun. That doesn't sound very fun at all. I made an IRL bike racing game. In real life, bike racing time trial app via vibe code, work in progress. Interesting. Catheter ablation for arrhythmia. Ooh. Arrhythmia, is that when you like can't sleep? No, that's something else. Like when you choke. I think that's something else. Is arrhythmia when it's just out of beat? Mate, I'm sorry to hear that. But I'm glad, it sounds like you got over it quick. Like if you're typing on your computer, maybe you haven't. But it sounds like it went okay. Atrial fibrillation, top of a heart randomly beating out of sync. Mate, that's scary, isn't it? You ever, there's some people that think you only have a certain amount of heartbeats, right, in your life, right? You have a limited number of heartbeats. So I think Donald Trump thinks this, and that's why he says that he doesn't exercise, because if you exercise, you're using up your heartbeats. So, I mean, maybe it's true though, you don't know. Go bike trial. No, thank you. I'm going to give Chroma to my my location. I mean, he could probably know where I live, it wouldn't be a big deal. That's pretty cool though. It looks good, doesn't it? Like UI and stuff. Nice excuse not to exercise. Trump shot himself on Trump on live TV, did he? Auntie Wanty! Oh, Auntie lives in New York, doesn't he? Oops. I don't want to talk about politics, but I'm pretty... The Epstein stuff, that is... That is... I don't know. Bad. That is bad.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
True. Entire page of black, one word above. You ever read he does that in Catch-22. There's a book called Catch-22, and a Yossarian is like really bored in hospital, and they get him to fill out letters, right? You have to review all the letters before sending them home. And so he gets really bored and he starts like messing everything up. So he starts, yeah, he will censor out literally everything except for, you know, Dear Tabitha or something. Or he will get rid of all the nouns. So, or I think yeah, get rid of all adverbs or nouns or something, just for fun. Just randomly censoring things. He was signing opioid exec order, and you could hear that he rushed everyone out. Oh, really? Ugh. He is old, isn't he? He's really old. He doesn't act it though. Not like the other guy did. The other guy really looked old by the end. Yeah, how you doing, Auntie Wenty? Are you... I can't remember what you were up to last time we talked. Oh, you're doing a game jam, right? Sometimes I do that, like Gemini ask stuff but leave out all the nouns. Yeah. Yeah. I burnt out fast. Did you finish it though? I'll definitely play it if you finished it. No, you didn't? Oh, that's a shame. No worries. Burning out is a real thing. You gotta... Burning out and boredom are probably synonyms. I think what people, when they say burnout, they probably mean boredom, but... Well, no. You can be bored, but like be determined to finish it and just get through that boredom. It's always difficult to do something when you're not being paid to do it, or like nothing's forcing you to do it. That's why a lot of like open source projects just die, because there's no real reason to do these things other than you want to. That's why some people say thingy won't work, because you need like a motivation to actually work. You can't just be getting paid by the government, because everyone would just lay around and do nothing. But I think some people wouldn't just lay around and do nothing. It's difficult to say. Would I just lay around and do nothing if I was getting paid by the government to do nothing? I'm not sure. My current game mission is car math. Learning power curve, traction physics, throttle POD controller. Really? Yeah, even the reward ain't that much motivation. Car math. You're gonna do like a really accurate car simulator. Like with physics and stuff. I remember looking in that for the sound effects that I was doing a little. I wanted the sound effects in my game, the space game, to sound a bit like a car when you throttled up. So like it did the because I think that's really cool. But yeah, there's some like, it ain't actually simple. Anyway, I'll leave that like that for now. So I got my pink over here, I got my blue over here. You can barely see the difference though. Alright. So how do we make the snow less boring? Well, it needs some texture to it, I guess. So... Yes and no, it's very arcadey. Mostly slot car style game. The cars are automated AI. Hello Slade and hello mate. You mess with the upgrades, so it needs physics controller to handle it. Oh, interesting. Is it gonna be like a... What? There are games where you're like a manager of... You're a manager of a racing team. Is it that sort of game? Where it's like an automated game. You're not actually driving it, you're sort of the manager. You know, I was looking at this one. Just doesn't really seem to do anything. Because I'm on the wrong thing, that's why. Do I want that? It makes this texture, which is kind of cool. It's also a bit uniform. But this one, yeah, that one's actually pretty good. Kind of like that. Now you can start to see the pink and the blue and the green a little bit more. An incremental. An incremental. Hmm. I think I probably want grass underneath. So if we do that, ooh, that actually looks better than I thought it would. Yeah, good that looks. Mate, it's all about getting the right brush. You get the right brush, it's half the battle. Look at that. Do we want that pink or not? I mean, the pink does look okay, doesn't it? Just try a different brush for like the snow, sort of texture of the snow. What have we got? I got some sparkles here. What happens if I use sparkles? Ooh, makes it very sparkly. Okay, that's good. That works. Let's get some pink sparkles as well. Sparkly. The thing about drawing these maps, it's not really like art, it's more like texturing. It's like I'm texturing a 3D model in a way, you know? Yeah, we'll put some trees under here. So if we look at the examples, what under the trees looks like. I mean, that's not how it would look like in real life. I really don't think that's how it would look like in real life. I think in real life you'd get sort of pine needles on the ground, wouldn't you? Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that brush. This one? Yeah. It's perfect, isn't it? Anyway, in terms of the trees, I feel like the trees would look. We can look it up. Snow conifer forest. Oh, I didn't expect that. I did not expect that. Okay. See, this is what I'm used to, right in England. I'm used to it looking a bit like this under the trees. So. I'm going to go with my gut instinct, which is to do that. Maybe. Weird line here, look. No. Not happy with that. Oops. Sorry. Not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. Yeah. Yeah, actually, go all the way back. My God, fun do. Just do this. And that's where the trees go. There we go. Hello, past rice. Krita looks more mature. Alright. Yeah, when did I start using it? I guess 2 years ago? Something like that. The main thing with the Krita is the brushes, right? That you can download all these brushes, and you know, the brushes I recommend. This is the latest. I think you want top. Okay, this one, Impasto. It's probably Italian, isn't it? Impastato. That I recommend this. I recommend this, Metallics. I recommend Recuri for sure. Very good. I've tried a lot of these, but most of these I don't use. I think it's this. This one is like a big boy. Really good. I don't know. I think I've got oil brushes. I'm not sure at this point. I've downloaded so many. I can't be sure what's good or not. How do you call it? How do you call an Italian cook? Italian cook with self-doubt issues. An impasta. Oh, an imposter in pasta. That's a good one. So, you know, I think, unfortunately, there's no more detail, unless I put in little rocks and things, maybe. A few little rocks, maybe. And a little bit of grass poking through the... Yeah, a little bit of grass poking through the snow. So let's do that. New layer, Alfred. This one. So if they're poking through, you know, it probably looks a bit like this. Maybe yeah, maybe a little bit less. Go back. More brushes. Yeah, more brushes. Yeah, like that. And Passate. I really want to try out Rebel at some point, but But I think I need a virtual machine to use it. I would have to use a virtual machine. I'm sure you could whine it. I should look up and see if anybody's like run Rebel on Linux like successfully. 3D painted textures game. Oh. Do you play a lot of games on Steam? Are you a gamer, Darth Blackman? Yeah. I guess that's pretty common, right? World of Warcraft, Grand Strategy Games, Wolfender. Then why do you never make a game like one of those games if those are the games you like? Not crazy. Or naive. Not crazy or naive. Oh. All right. And then a few little rocks, but not a lot of little rocks. Where did I put that picture? I don't know. What colour should the rocks be? Some gold. I guess this colour, right? Or this colour. They gotta have snow on top of them, huh? Don't they? Yeah. Yeah. Should I sort this out? I guess. I guess. I'm tempted to try to mock brush this. Yeah. Yeah, it does work a little bit, yeah. All right, yeah. Full stack. Why does that remind me of something? Full Nelson? What's a full Nelson? I feel like it's something bad. I shouldn't Google that. Whenever I hear that word, I think of that for some reason. Chills into the... Right, yeah. I don't know. I forget. I think you've only got so much hard drive in your brain, and things just go in and out. I mean, at least for me. Alright, that looks pretty good. Let's make a variation. What's this? What? I think that was a bug. That was a bug. Its Wikipedia page main photo is black and white. Okay, I'm gonna find out what it is. I feel like it's something rude. Oh, it's a wrestling move. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's just a wrestling move. Oh. Nelson hold, not a full Nelson. Oh yeah, I see that, yeah. It's just a wrestling thing. Anyway. So yeah, let's make the... So what I'm gonna do is, firstly, I'm just gonna flip because I'm lazy. Right? And then I'm going to flip this. And then I'm just gonna move some of the rocks around. Okay. Then I'm going to and I want some pink. There it is. No. I think it's this one. Yeah. Um, that seems about right. And then I'm just gonna add in some grass. Okay, fine. And then we do. Oops, I had it open already. Oh, I did this. I actually decided not to do that, so I have done that. And I decided not to do these. So now I just need to do these two. Okay. Ooh. Bit of a problem. Specifically for snow. Right, nothing else has this problem. But snow needs to cover the... yeah, you need to cover the... You need to use a separate set of buildings for the snow map. That's so annoying. That is so annoying. I need to draw snow on the buildings. I didn't even think about that. Okay. Well, it's gotta be done. I don't really have a choice. Yeah. Mostly that's fine, I mean, not a big deal. Just get rid of this bit. Maybe put some detail in there. Done. Okay. So we're going to call that Demon Settlement Snow. And then we're going to call that Demon Settlement Snow. Okay. So how am I going to do this? Let's think. The dirt is the easiest one. Let's add this. Right. Although it's gonna look different in different places. Like on the path, it's gonna look slightly different, right? Might do that as well. Oh, remember, I can't use that alpha, can I? Or can I? I can use alpha. And then, you know, maybe. Hello, XMac. Game will be pre-rendered. Pre-rendered. I'm rendering. I'm not doing art. I am rendering. What does pre-rendered mean? Is that what that means? Wait. I've confused myself. What does that mean? You render the full environment and use it in game. But isn't that what you do in any game? What is not pre-rendered? Like Minecraft? Minecraft is generated. But the blocks are rendered. Like someone made the blocks. Didn't they? I could look it up, but I'm too lazy. Post-processing? Post-processing, like when you put a shader on the top of something. You render assets at development time images. Because obviously when you're doing a 3D game, you make the models in Blender and then you import them. you compose your image in the engine, but I'm composing my image in a picture editor or whatever. These game styles that use style to create realistic environments similar to the ones you make, yeah. More like Van Gogh style. Oh, look at my camera's in the wrong place, is it? You can only see the top of my head and my bald head. There you go. Backgrounds and stuff, yeah. Are you making any games, X-Mac? Are you making any games? And hello, Dr. Explosive. I'll show you my game, why not? Although I haven't launched it in like a week. I haven't looked at this game in like a week, so I can't promise it works, but it should work. I mean, unless like some weird quantum thing happened. 2D space shooter with Pie game, oh really? Thing is, these models here, these are 3D models, but I've exported them down to sprites, you know. Started learning Python. Yeah, Python is like, very popular. A lot of companies use it and stuff. It would be a good one to learn, really. But there's like significant, there's quite a few differences to GD script. When I tried like doing a little bit of Python, it's actually, they have this weird thing at the, you've got to put like main at the bottom, and that's like your ready function. That's weird. Exactly what I meant, I can see it in your game. A 2D space shooter. Like asteroids. I made one of those when I first started. I recently learned how to remap pictures into my own color palette to reduce the colors. Oh, I'll show you how to do that. I don't know if you were asking. It's filter. Well, I need a good picture for this. It's filter. Index colors. But then I think no, because then the colors, and of course you change these colors. But these aren't actually the colors of the image, are they? So you would have to change these colors to be something else, I guess. I don't know how to do it. Filter mask. Oh, you maybe do something where like you would have a filter mask. Create filter mask. But I don't actually understand how to do that. Anyway. No. Good day. Oh, image magic? Yeah, that's good. I use image magic in my to do the sprites as well for my game here. Mate, imagine doing game dev on Windows. You're so limited. I would have had to done everything manually. Well, you can use the command line on Windows, but it's quite awkward. You can set the color to index colors and import a palette. A remap. Right. Yeah. Anyway. So I could just have this as a layer, and then you just put that layer on top of everything, right? Yeah, maybe. But then I need to... Oh look, there's a mistake here. So I'm looking at that, there's quite a few mistakes. No good day, but aspirate. Okay. So if I could do another layer and do alpha. And that's obviously not going to work. Disco Elysium. I never played that game. I'm trying to do Age of Empires, but I don't think I'm ever going to get as good as Age of Empires. Hmm. 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 That's not ridiculous, is it? That one. That one's not ridiculous. That's kind of interesting. Let's go all white. I like how that one, but no, it shouldn't be as strong as that. Because it should sort of match like this. Oh, I need to. With snow biome. More accumulations where people don't walk or such on rooftops. Yeah. Hello Blicker, hello mate. Any progress on your art program? You're giving me the command. Magic, input, image file, color space, RGB, set color space. Image with the palette. Wow. So you need another image with a palette. It's coming, pushes will update a few days. What sort of things you're adding? I like that beige between the snow and the black. This beige. Is that beige? Well, it's meant to look like this. I was going to say something to you, Blicker, but I can't remember what it was. For my sprite, you can output a PNG with 1 pixel colors. Right. Anyway. I don't know why I'm trying to use a different brush when I know this is the proper brush. It's just gonna be... it doesn't work though. Unless... I guess that's not the brush I would need. I mean, this is the brush I was using earlier, but it's too awkward to use. No, not that one. You gotta find the right brush. Matching colors from a palette with sprite. I rendered from 3D model. Are you using 3D models and then putting them in your 2D game? I think this is what I need. think that's probably right. Edmar Bourbon. I swear it's called Krita. Are you a game developer or an artist or anything, Edmar? Yeah, I like Krita a lot. It's obviously free, and it's got all these brushes you can use. If you have to download them, but they're a big game changer if you're an artist. I was always using like really crappy programs before this one. It makes a big difference, really. I mean, if you're a good artist, then maybe you don't need you can just do anything in Paint. You can do it in Paint or something, but or GIMP. But you know, it just speeds everything up, doesn't it? Having a good program. Can't hear you. I don't use the headphones. Oh, hello. Oh, okay. Hello. Want to get into game dev? All right. Yeah. I think Godot is a good place to start. I think it is. There's plenty of tutorials, plenty of guides and things. I think it's a good one. I started modeling my spaceship in Blender. I'm good at 3D modeling. I rendered the sprite in Blender, then that's what I'm doing. That's interesting. Yeah, I think it's better than trying to draw it by hand, because it's so tedious, isn't it, to draw by hand? To animate anything by hand is a nightmare. I've got an idea for a 2D game. Use one of Krita's brushes for all the landscape. Yeah, you can get these brush packs. I haven't used them yet, but this brush pack, what is this brush pack? I think it's the Essentials, Krita Essentials or something. Look at this. I haven't used it yet, but I'm gonna use it. I can just draw. Oh. Look at that. You can just draw a human. Look at that. I can draw a crowd if I need a crowd or something. Or there's loads of these brushes that people make. There's like a tree one I was looking at earlier. No, wait. Like, look at this tree. This saves so much time. This one? This is really good. What's that? Oh, it's like if it's on a river, I guess. Oh, weird. It's like acting a bit weird though, sometimes. Oh, these cloud ones are amazing as well. These look really good. This is the wrong color for clouds, I suppose. There was one that looked really good. This one. Look how good that looks. I haven't got any use cases for it though at the moment. All the birds as well. Good at perspective. Perspective is hard. There's a tool to help with perspective. 2-point perspective, and you do that, and you click the horizon. No, you click this. No. I've done that wrong. You click the horizon like that, and then you click your focal point. It's kind of confusing though. But it does work. I've used it before and it does work. Anyway, what was I doing? I wanted to show off some more brushes that I found. Like the... I thought there's a... Oh, I'm in the wrong... It's not great. I could probably use this actually. Right, to draw leaves. Although, sort of loses its detail at a certain point. Oh, this one though. That's perfect, isn't it? Absolutely perfect. I could actually use this if I wanted to. I don't think I will. But I could actually use this. I might use it on the world map. I might use it here. I think it makes a lot of sense here. Like that. There must be a deciduous, like an oak tree. These are just... I need an oak tree. Oh, here we go. It's a bit better. Something like that. It gets rid of some of the charm though of doing it by hand. When you do it by hand, it does have a charm to it, doesn't it? You know? Three leaves. Anyway, stop messing around. What was I doing? I was putting snow on top of here. Just gonna name that. I've only got a single picture. I accidentally... Wait, what? You know, once you get into Linux, there's like a meme where it's like RM RF home, right? It's like that. Is that what you did? Mate. Mate, I thought you were a Linux expert. That's something I would do. Using the mod manager script to clean out some directory before it checks for updates. Interesting. And it deleted your home directory. Oh. Oh, so you were meant to run the script in the folder, I suppose. Mate. But yeah, it should probably check that it's in the right folder. It should probably check it's in the right folder. Mate, that's rough. I hope you didn't have lose any data. Lost some game dev progress and save games. Do you have an rsync script? I've been thinking of setting that up. Like an rsync script, you just launch it and it's like does it all for you. Like if you set up your backup drive so that it mirrors in some way your home drive and then you just back it all up. I want to do that. Think. Oh, I haven't heard of that before. Is it good? Copies all the files to all my machines. That's cool. I don't have multiple devices, so I don't need to do that. Oh, thank you, AMC. Send files to other people. Since I'm trying to de-Google, right, I gotta wean myself off of the Google Drive, which is basically how I was transferring a few things onto my phone. And I was looking into a few things. I don't know. I think it's best to just use a SD card or whatever if I want to put something on a phone, or just do it by USB, I guess. It's just slightly annoying to do it manually. And first world problems. First world problems. A silly picture I gold up together. There's a brush I used and had better landscape pictures before I wiped it out. Make ultra wide picture that would encompass the kind of word. Yeah, I don't know what you mean. So I think you'd have to send me a picture. Open Discord. I don't look at my Discord anymore, so I'm sorry for anyone who's ever posts on my Discord. I don't really look at it anymore. Yeah. Oh, I see. Is this what you're talking about, or? That's the that's one of these brushes. I think it's a normal brush that you get in Krita, but I know it's like, it's this one, isn't it? Pointillism or Impressionism? Yeah. Yeah. Impressionism. That brush, but all the landscape man with. Yeah. It's texture impressionism. That is a normal Krita brush, yeah. Krita 4. What resolution are you using? I assume it'd be high. Whatever canvas. Yeah, this is a 4K image, yeah. It's 4096 by 3151. It could be a bit smaller, maybe, but this seems to look okay. You don't want it to be too big, do you? Because VRAM is a thing. But it's never going to be as bad as like a normal game, because those games are like have like, when they've got those 3D models, those textures are like all 2K, and like every single model has a different texture. And some of the textures are even higher than that, like 4K textures and things. And anyway, this is nothing, is it? Really? If you think about it. Because I was using tile maps. I was going to do tile maps because it would look more like Age of Empires if I did tile maps. But in Godot, I guess they haven't optimized tile maps yet or anything, so it was significantly more. It was taking up like 100 FPS to have tile maps. I think because I was so zoomed out and you were looking at all of the tile maps and there was like 4,000 tile sprites, so you're dealing with 4,000 sprites instead of like what it should be doing in some way is batching these sprites, but it's not doing that or something. I don't know. So in the end I decided it was going to be better to have like one 4K image. Oh. Although I would have really liked to do tile maps. Because it would have been, you could have made I could have made a map editor that people could use. Use it as your background, so a good performance. Huh. Like in Age of Empires when they had the map editor, right? You can make your own maps. I mean, I could still do it, but you'd have to make the maps in, you know, you'd have to do it the way I'm doing it. You make it in a external program. Kind of sucks. Okay. That's done now. I just got a billion more buildings to do. I really thought I was done with buildings, but I'm not. So there you go. Oh, sure, mate. See you later. Show me your game as well when you can. I'd love to see it. Added any characters now? I just been doing maps. Been doing maps for like 3 or 4 weeks now, haven't I? When did I start doing maps? I feel like it's been forever. I feel like I started in January 1st. Yeah, nothing but maps. I mean, that's what I signed up for. Right? That's what I signed up for. And I'm nearly finished. My next big job is going to be weeks of adding no new features as well. Yeah. I did kind of want to just do art all day. It's kind of my dream. So, I can't really complain. You will do it when it's more decent for now. You can shoot lasers, move and destroy meteors. Oh, your game, yeah. Well, that sounds fun, to be honest.
This is Zeffy right here. Is that a Pokemon map?
God does this frequently. He will make you start over. You can say, he must want me to abandon. No, usually what you do is you just start over and say, fuck you, God, I'm going to finish. And that's the... You have to start over, say, fuck you, God, I'm going to finish.
Bro. Very hard though, isn't it? Ain't easy. Google Temple OS. I did watch a video the other day about people modding Temple OS so it's actually usable. Well, not usable, but more usable. Like have different resolutions and things and different like themes. Not white mode. It's like cyan, white and cyan, isn't it? I think it's because he was on a CRT monitor and yeah. That's why he liked it. Improve on perfection, yeah, that's true though. The interwebs on TempOS? Really? Can it really run JavaScript though? Isn't the internet made of JavaScript? I feel like JavaScript is definitely heretical. Definitely. No JavaScript. Oh, you got no JavaScript on your website, yeah? Nice. I feel like JavaScript probably causes 99% of the problems with websites when they don't load properly. We should write should write all our websites in Rust. Yes. In school, I wrote a program that outputs the HTML code to people visiting, and I did that in Arduino. No, Arduino. Isn't that used for, like, motors or something? Embedded programming. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. No operating in the system. Oh, interesting. Hmm. 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 Whew, okay. Next is left destroyed wall. Nearly there, nearly done, and then I just gotta do the human. Oh no, and then I gotta do the fortress. Oh, so much to do. Go on. Good luck hacking a site that has no file system. You can't steal my data if there's no data to steal. True. That's why you don't put your... I learned this recently, you don't save your passwords on your browser. In fact, I'm shocked that it's even a thing that is even allowed anymore. But you'd think that people just stop doing that. No. Yeah. Crypto wallets, yeah. That's true. Oh, and AI tokens. That's like a thing. I've never had AI tokens, so I don't even know how it works. Do you sell these? People sell them, and then how do you steal tokens? AI tokens. Rarely down A's disable a machine, but covertly steal them for, yeah. Like keyloggers, that's the thing about X11, isn't it? The keyloggers on X11 is a problem. AI API keys. Right. Oh. An API key with no usage limit. 40k bill. Hello, Lexbuser. He's using Krita. Well, that was a long time ago, that message. I guess it doesn't go away, huh? Hello, Lexpa. I don't know if I've seen you before. Hi, can ya? Oh my goodness. It's been a minute. Oh no, it's IXbuser. How you doing? Are you still like super busy at work and stuff, Akanya? Hey. Are you a game dev? EXbuser? I got married last month. Oh, nice. Congratulations. That's big. Not doing any game dev. That's big news, mate. I don't know how rude it is to ask certain things. I don't know. I hope everything's well there. Data center construction project. Alright. Do you think you'll ever go back to doing any game dev? Maybe eventually, right? Do you think you've given up on Akanya, or you'd start a new project if you did go back? C++ database. I'll become a US citizen. Nice job. Will start working at Akanya part time. Yeah, nice. Out, yes. The worker from my data center relaxed my game. Oh, really? Nice. Yeah, it was a good game. I remember playing it. It was really good. It was really good. Going into the dungeons, you can see there's a game loop there. It's just I had all the best equipment from the start, right? So, but you can tell if there was a game loop there. A very Diablo sort of game loop. My RTS. I'll show you in a minute. I mean, I'm just doing art at the moment. I'm just doing like... Yeah, I'm just doing the art. I'm not doing any programming. Downscope big and publish the dungeon crawler. Yeah, that might be a good... Yeah. You could even just roguelike that. Oh, yeah. Roguelike it. The dungeon crawling stuff. Because that gameplay alone, just make a Path of Exile, Diablo sort of game loop. You make me have one town that you go to sell stuff, right? Like a... Yeah. That's a good downscoped. I don't know. Right, because you have the multiplayer stuff working, I mean, not a problem. I mean, the way you were doing it, where you had a server, and people host their own server, I think that's perfect, isn't it? Tiny base map. I think maybe the building is like overscoping. Cool. Oh, they did that. What was that game I played? The gacha game, the really popular one. They had a floating island in that, and you would build but it was kind of boring. Genshin Impact. Problem with Genshin Impact was the grinding was an all-day affair. Like, to get new coins, premium coins, you'd have to explore the entire map, right? And it would take hours and hours and hours. Building it is now just a functional... Almost like mobile games. We serve a bigger... Play Genshin Impact for a long time, yeah. That game was good though. It was just such a time sink. Such a time sink, and you could never free to play it. You could never like... you could never be free to play and get all the characters. You would have to pay. So I didn't enjoy that because I never wanted to pay. You could get like one special character maybe every few months or something. Yeah, it was very pay to win. And like the gacha game I'm playing at the moment is very like you can get every single character. And I only play it for like 1 or 2 hours a day. But not even that. I play it for like half an hour a day. I have every single character, every single special weapon, everything. And I don't pay. All I pay for is like the daily thing. It's like £5. Not even £5 a month, it's like £5 every 2 months or something. I'm playing Arc Knight's Enfield. Oh right, yeah, I think I've heard of that. Is that one good? Anyway, that's the Demon Salmon done. Death Stranding, Victorio. Typical gacha. Weird. Yeah, the more I think about it, I actually don't like the gacha mechanics. I don't like gambling. I don't like the gambling. The more I think about it. Anyway. I need to... Oh, thank you. It's named wrong. Okay. All right. Making the tile set. I talked about this before, but the reason why I can't do tile map is my engine, Godot, is kind of poorly optimized for tile maps for whatever reason. So I would have loved to use tile maps, but so I'm just doing one big image. Making tiles matching the edges feels like a pain to me. I mean, that's true as well. Like, it's not the simplest thing in the world. If you want it to look like this, it's actually quite complicated. If you want it to look like Age of Empires, like, this is a tile map, obviously, but there's some special shader magic going on where, like, this looks natural. Like, it looks good at the edges, like this. And how they're doing it, it's kind of a mystery. There's obviously like a noise. There's some noise shader magic going on. But the thing is, this is a 20-year-old game, and it looks better than like 90% of the new games. Noise on all the tiles, yeah. This is the wrong pillar, is what I think. Oh, I think they're hand drawn. I don't know. Are they hand drawn or not? They can't be generated at runtime. There's no way. They must be. It is brighter than it should be. Little Weevil, hello. This looks awesome, thank you. I appreciate that. Are you a game developer? Or like a hobby developer like me, I guess. Little Weevil. I hand painted all these, yeah. I did, yeah. And it took forever. How long did it take? 1 day and 9 hours. Well, that's probably not completely accurate. It's probably more like 1 day. Because you sort of have it open sometimes. Took longer than 3D modeling one. Maybe. I'm not very good at 3D modeling, so I'm not sure I could make these houses quicker in Blender. I actually don't think I could. Maybe you could. That's unfortunate. Should I do this? I don't know. Maybe not. I could probably just leave it like that, to be honest, and look fine and look good. Alright. This one's addition. I think this colour. I was an architect. Oh yeah. Wait, were you? I can't remember. You've been a lot of things, huh? I thought you worked in like a science lab or something. You have all these different jobs. An architect who's not good at hand painting. Almost got a C in that pass. Oh. Right, because when I think of an architect, I think of those plans that people draw in hand, yeah. PhD after that. Oh. Meanwhile, I do my 3D modeling in OpenCAD. Oh, do you? Science lab. Oh. What time is it? I should probably stop streaming soon, but do simulation analysis. It's no fancy device or lab equipment. Or research funds a profit. It's a bit like charities when the charities get paid all that money and then they just go to what do you call it? Like they just end up going to salaries. Or when charities get paid and then they and then they like pay other charities in this weird like carousel of money. You ever seen that? Slave contracts. Oh, again. Snow area. Some more taxpayer money. Finish the snow area. I'm finishing the snow area. What I'm doing. This doesn't look very snowy, does it? It doesn't look good. If you look at these, they have like these groups of snow, don't they? Yeah. They have like little clumps of snow on them. Okay. Let me think about that a little bit more. Base game. The Viking race of the Valkyries, yeah. Hell yeah. Space game, that's not going. But if it did, well, I'm thinking that I'm probably going to make it free to play. Because I don't really intend to actually develop it. anytime soon, so I think I might just release it as it is. Maybe do a little bit of work on it. I think it'd be really nice to finish that campaign. It's all time though, isn't it? Finish it after this one. Open source it? I could open source it. Although, I'd be embarrassed at someone looking at my code. That's... Finish it after this one. Yeah, maybe. Difficult to say. You gotta wait till you get your passion back. That's the thing, isn't it? We'll wait till you get your passion back, I think. Too many dictionaries. I think that makes some sense. And then they look more frosted than like snowed under. I think that's fine. Frosted flakes. Well, I'm thinking of changing the lore a little bit for this game. Like, you know, things don't have to be exactly like they were in Grand Fantasy Heroes. I don't need to like have all the same characters. I don't need to make the factions exactly the same. Like, they can definitely be different as long as they're similar, and then it'll feel like the same franchise. I want it to feel like the same franchise, but like I might not make Galahad the main character and stuff, you know? Same universe, yeah. Yeah. Well, when I say same universe, it's more like, you ever play it's not the same universe. I don't know how to describe what I want to say. What do I want to say? I don't know how to describe. It's not the same plot. Parallel universe. Oh, that's a good way to describe it, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that is the perfect way to describe it. Overkane's such a genius. Sometimes I just think about how much Overkane is just a genius. He always comes up with these great ideas. He knows exactly what you're thinking. Like, you have a squad, all these heroes doing small RTS combat damage while still having those RPG elements. No, it's Total War, except it's the same sort of lore. Like, you have the same sort of elves. I've shown you my game, right? Have I? Did you see the game? Like, it's Total War, right? So it's just all these characters, like formations and stuff. But you have heroes. So this is Galahad here, and this is Isolde here, but they're leading like a little pie. And they have magic here. But they're not like single unit heroes. You know? So, yeah. This is kind of bright that you can't really tell that they got snow on the top. Because the buildings are kind of bright. But maybe I'll make the white even whiter. Yeah, because the stone is white, and so you can sort of tell. Oh, that's wrong. Sorry. Are we good? Where did those exist? Yeah. Yeah, you can't tell that there's any snow on these because it's so white already. You know. Maybe I'll just do like this a little bit as well. Ooh, that looks wrong. Yeah. Okay. It's fine. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm kind of rushing it now, but I forgot all these things need to be addition. Pretty easy, really. So I don't need to worry about it too much. And just make that addition. yeah, I gotta go. So, thanks everyone for streaming, for watching, and how do I stop my stream? Yeah. That was weird.